Yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy Dooobbz here, because another ESHL player build for you guys. That is right, so I finally got my Legend 1 card. I've been playing 2s with my buddy in real life, and we were doing pretty good just in the club, Just Be Leaf, so 12-6. We're doing pretty good, and I finally got my Legend 1 card with him, so big shout out to my buddy if you're watching. But anyways, this is the right-wing Playmaker Legend 1 build, okay guys? This is the build I use 9 times out of 10 mainly. If I'm not playing defense, I'm using this build. Let's just put it that way, okay? This build has got me so much success. I've been doing pretty good. Just hop over the right wing. Don't mind my, what is it, my left wing and center. They aren't doing too well. I mean, I got 25 goals and stuff like that, but don't worry about that. Okay, so here's my stats right now. I have 165 goals, 150 assists, 315 points. I'm not quite sure how many games. I think I have like 150 games played, so I average 2 points a game, sometimes 3 points a game, so I do pretty good, you know. I don't want to, like, hype myself up to be something crazy, but, you know, I do pretty well in the ESHL. Minus 19, not the greatest plus minus. I'm looking to change that. It was a lot worse before, so I'm actually getting that up, which is good. So we got power play goals, we got 43, and shorthanded goals, we have 11, so I'm doing pretty good on the right wing, so it's a pretty effective build. But anyways, enough of me yapping. Let's get to the actual build itself, okay? So let's go here. I'm not going to be resetting the build or anything like that. I'm just going to tell you guys what to put up and all that good stuff, and I'll show you guys the hockey shop right after this. So your build will probably be really similar to mine. If you guys don't have the boost or whatever, you guys can compensate for other attributes, which I'll show you guys later on in the video. But let's get to it. So the offensive category, okay? So what I want you guys to look at is the current level. So look behind XP cost. Don't look at the far right where it says overall. That's with boost, okay? We're looking at the part where it says current level, and this is without boost. So what you guys want to do for the offensive category for this build is get your deking up to an 83. Deking is really important in this game. It's not just getting off those really nice dekes or whatever. Deking helps with getting off those passes and stuff like that. It just makes everything a lot more fluent, I find. So it's a really important attribute for me, and I think 83 is about right. You guys can even go as low as maybe 80 if you want, but I find 83 is really solid for me with the +5 boost on there. Hand eye, we got that up to an 80 without any boost. We'll get to the boost later. Alright, so just get that up to an 80 without any boost. I find that's really good. Hand eye is a very important attribute. I mean, just picking off passes, just playing well in your own zone, you know, just good defensive awareness with good hand eye leads to good things. So getting the puck out fast, and it's a really important attribute. It also helps with your shot too, so it's a very, very important attribute. So get that up to an 80. Offensive awareness, get to an 82. This isn't the most important attribute, but it's fairly important. I mean, you want your guy to be aware. I'd say anywhere from like 82, you can even get to an 80 or whatever. You can just throw a +7 boost on like I did. It just all depends. I find that anywhere from like 85 to 89 is a good offensive awareness. So I got that to an 82 without any boost. So you guys can do the same, you know, give or take. Passing, I got to a 77. I'll show you guys with the boost after. I'll run through it all again. So I got that to a 77, which is really important if you're a playmaker, obviously, right? So get that to a 77. Puck control, 83, and also very important a category. I mean, you want to have that puck, right? You don't want to get knocked off. I don't have the biggest guy. I'm like a 6'1", 180 pound, 185 or something like that type of player. So I mean, it's about average, right? So I don't want my guy getting knocked off the puck, and once he does have it, I want to be strong on it, so I don't want him getting knocked over like a fucking toothpick or something. So get that up to an 83 without any boost. If you take slap shots, I mean, put up the slap shots, but I find the wrist shot's the most effective shot. So if you guys want to put up the slap shot, I mean, by all means, you can do so. I just find the wrist shot is more important, so I got that to an 8, or I was looking at the overall, my bad. I got it to a 75 and 77 without any boost, so that is it for the offensive category. I'll show you guys with the boost in the hockey shop, but for now, let's hop over to the defense. Okay, so for the defense, I got the aggressiveness maxed out completely. Get that to an 84, okay? So Don't worry about the body checking. You're not going to be laying huge hits, but when you go in there for the forecheck or whatever, you go in there for like a dump and chase or whatever, whatever it may be, a battle along the boards, you want to be aggressive. I mean, you can win the odd battle here and there with a high aggressiveness, I find. So whenever I go in on the forecheck, I find I win most of my battles with a, like an average sized player. So I find aggressiveness is pretty important for me. If you guys really don't take the body, don't worry about it, but I think it's really, really important in sixes just to get the pressure going and all that, get their D-men thinking, stuff like that, make them force turnovers, right? So I think aggressiveness is very important for my style of play, and it's very important in general, so just get that up to an 84. Body checking, I just threw up to an 87. That was my leftover points. We'll get to that in just a moment. I got my defensive awareness, though, to 90, okay? Defensive awareness, I play very defensively minded when I get back in my own zone. I'm not the one, like, just cherry picking or anything like that. I'm not weighing up the boards. I actually get back and help the team, 90 defensive awareness is pretty solid, and your guy's just a defensive juggernaut in your own zone. So it's a really, really good attribute to put up there if you play defensively. I really recommend it. Even if you don't play defensively, if you're getting back like maybe once or twice or however many times, if you don't get back too often, still get your defensive awareness up. It's a really, really important attribute. And yeah, so I got that up to a 90. I maxed it out completely. So it's a very, very effective attribute for my play style. So I also put the discipline up to a 66. You guys are saying, oh, why don't you have your discipline up? I find discipline's like a broken attribute, I'll tell you guys why, because if you guys have a high stick checking and stuff like that, because I find I get a lot of tripping penalties if I have a low stick checking, right? So, I mean, if you have like a 70, like I would say like an 80 or below, I don't even know if it's possible to have a below A stick checking, but just say for argument's sake, if you have a low stick checking, I guess you're more opportune to get more penalties, right? So if you have a higher stick checking, you'll have a higher success rate of successfully poking the puck away without any problems. And I just find it's a broken attribute, so I don't put up a discipline. I put it up with the extra point I had there. I don't find any need in face-offs or fighting skill or shot blocking for that matter. So I just put it up in the discipline just for the hell of it. So don't worry about that attribute at all. And yeah, I got my stick checking also up to a 78. So that is the defensive category for this, guys. Now top over the athleticism. Alright, now on to the athleticism. Okay, so here we go. I got my acceleration up to an 80. No boost on that. I think people are arguing, oh, acceleration's broken, all that. I find it is somewhat important, but I mean, I haven't tested that whole thing yet. I think 80 acceleration is just fine for me. But if I find out it's broken, I'll obviously take away from the points, and you guys can do the same. But I find it helps me out with turning and all that, so I got that to an 80 at least. I also got my agility up to an 83. This is also a very, very important attribute, as you guys may know. So I got that to an 83. It's really important. With a +7 boost to make me a 90. Balance didn't put up. I put the durability up by 1 because I had an extra point left over, so I just threw that on there. Endurance I got to an 81. I mean, you don't want your guy being tired, right? So I got it to an 81. People even argue that that's broken too, so you guys could even go lower as that. You could go like 77, 78. I've tried that out before, and I find that around 80 works best for me. So you guys can give or take on that attribute. And speed, I got to a 78, so very important speed. I mean, you want to get that up too. Throw some boosts on there. It's just very important speed in this game. I mean, you want to be fast back and forth, right? Northwest, so, or north-south, my bad. I don't know what I was thinking there. But yeah, you just want to be really fast. I mean, it's very important. And you want to get in there on the forechecks, get back, all that good stuff. And yeah, it's very, very important. And I also got my strength up to a 72 just to help along with the aggressiveness, right? So I didn't find any need to put into durability or balance. Those I find are broken attributes as well. So I put the rest in the strength. So there you go, guys. That is my right wing playmaker build. I'll show you guys the hockey shop in just a moment. Alright, guys, so we're in the hockey shop now. These are the attributes I have up. So you guys might not have the +7s. You guys might not even have the +5s. So just whatever you guys, if I say like +7 stick checking, you guys don't have that, go to the next highest one you have. So like the +5, the +3, the +1, whatever. Just put it up, and yeah, just compensate for what I have and what you guys may not have. So yeah, let's get going here. So I got the +7 stick checking boost here, the +7 wrist shot power, +7 offensive awareness, +5 speed boost, +7 agility, +7 acceleration, which I just unlocked. I didn't even notice I had that slot, so I just put that on there. I got the +7 acceleration up, +7 wrist shot accuracy, +5 passing, +5 deking, +7 passing, so I got the +12 in total. Passing's very important. +7 hand-eye boost, +7 puck control, and that is it for the hockey shop. So I'll show you guys what stick I use, what curve, all that good stuff in just a moment. Alright guys, so I'm going to show you what stick I use, the skates and all that good stuff. So I use the CCM RBZ Stage 2, regular flex though, don't go with any other flex, and also go with the mid-neutral, not the mid-open. I find that doesn't really help me, so I just go with the mid-neutral. That just works best for me, so go with that. For skates, I use, don't worry about the mitts either, it doesn't really matter. With the skates, I use the Barra Vapor APX2s with a 13 radius, and the 13 radius is the most effective in my opinion. I've tried the 11, haven't tried the 9, don't even bother with the 9 radius, but usually people run the 11 or 13. I find the 13, once you adapt to it, is the best radius and best skate to use, so use the 13s, and yeah, they're really good. So I got that up there. We also got, let's see, where's my height and weight? There we go. So I got a 6'1", 180 pound Playmaker build. So you guys can go 6'2", 185, whatever. I just got my guy up to a 6'1", 180. It works best for me. Fighter sometimes, you know, I'll drop the gloves here and there after one of the dying minutes of the third come to play. So I got that up there. We also got the visor. It doesn't really matter. Straight power, aqua tint, whatever. It doesn't really matter. Big shoulder pads. Some people argue that if you have the small shoulder pads, that your guy goes quicker. I don't know if that's true. I find that I just like the bigger ones better. You guys can go short if you want. You guys can test the theory, whatever. And I also go pant leg short, jersey tuck full, sock tuck full, and this black stick tape. Also, all these things I just mentioned, people think that makes you faster too. So if you go with like the no tuck, that your guy's slower or something like that, it could just be an illusion. Who knows? But that's what I have for that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the right-wing Playmaker build. Let me know in the comments if you guys like any more player builds, defense-wise, center-wise, whatever. I'd love to get some more builds in for you guys and just more ESHL in general. So once again, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and be sure to like, comment, subscribe guys for more NHL 14 ESHL videos. That's right guys, peace.
All this attention got me hype, cut the lights, baby, this ain't only for the night, baby, this is life, this is where I'm taking flight and never touching down, said it, now they know I meant it when I say we run the town.